playing the video.
Bisa kejam begini, macetku berantakan, gak kenal hari. Kiri kanan setoran gak berhenti-henti. Ku butuh Mas Jokowi. Macet Jakarta beroperasi. Ku mau Jakarta diberesi. Jangan lagi setoran kanan dan kiri. Ku mau Jokowi dan Basuki.
So you get a sense of the real energy and enthusiasm that they have. And what I find super cool about this is that, first, Widodo ended up winning the election, and I didn't care one way or the other there. But it is great now that he has begun to videotape and put up on YouTube a number of his political meetings, adding much greater transparency to those sessions than ever previously available. So if you think back even 10 years ago, it's hard to imagine that any of these folks that we've been talking about could have even gotten a meeting with the producers and the creators and the gatekeepers to broadcast. And today, we're happy to say that the middleman has been eliminated, and that these users can now directly reach out and build local and global audiences. And you can see from their fast rise that people just love these videos. And what's interesting is that YouTube isn't just a pathway to success in traditional media. It's creating self-sustaining and flourishing communities in its own right. We sometimes don't realize it, but by just empowering these communities to have a visible voice, it inspires and creates other folks from that community to jump in and participate as well. So, a simple example, but say you're someone and you're watching a skateboard video, and you say, wow, that's interesting, but I could definitely do better myself. And you go ahead and you take your skateboard video and you upload it. And this is really what's at the heart of these online communities getting built. It's not about one-way broadcasting, but instead about creating this dialogue online through the medium of video. So when a creative kid sees a channel like Jenny Boy TV, they themselves get inspired to go and create videos for their audience. All right, so you know what's coming. So everybody now knows who Psy is. But 6 months ago, how many of you not from Korea knew who Psy was? Psy was actually a pretty big star in Korea. He wasn't famous outside Korea, and nor was he even really trying like a lot of his contemporaries in K-pop. And so in July, he released his song Gangnam Style and uploaded it to YouTube. And it was really just a song that he thought for his fans in Korea. But now, he has nearly 1 billion views and has truly become a global phenomenon. Everyone has seen this video. They asked President Obama during the elections if he'd seen the video, and he said, I think I can do that dance move. So not only did he know the video, he knew the dance. So it's an amazing era we live in when a song and a musician from Korea can become the #1 most talked about musician in the world and do it in just a mere matter of months. No one cares anymore where culture comes from, just that it is good. We're all familiar with the idea that kids around the world loved American culture and Michael Jackson, but what's so amazing about this is that Psy, again in a matter of months, has displaced a lot of this and become the thing that everyone is talking about. As much as YouTube is connecting cultures together with each other, what we love is that YouTube is helping global cultures become truly more global. One of the greatest things we've seen with YouTube in Southeast Asia is the number of local stars that are using YouTube as a platform to build audiences worldwide. In the Philippines, there's a singer by the name of Charisse, and she's gone from traveling around in the Philippines doing local festivals to uploading and building an audience on YouTube to being on Oprah, where Oprah called her, I'll get this right, the most talented girl in the world, which is quite a compliment coming from Oprah. Malaysian singer-songwriter Ziavi, also started using YouTube, actually started uploading videos in 2007. And through these videos, she came to the attention of an American music label. This music label signed her, and she recently had a #1 Billboard album on the Heat Seekers chart. And in Indonesia, we have the brothers and sisters Gamaliel and Audrey, who have recorded cover songs from their bedroom, was their start, and now they've gone on to become large stars in Indonesia. In all of these cases, going global has added to the overall global diversity of the global culture. 10 years ago, it's hard to imagine how anyone living in France or Germany could have ever been exposed to the breadth and depth of Filipino and other Southeast Asian stars as they are able to today. But at the same time, the act of being recognized globally helps these local acts actually become larger on a local basis. So in essence, you don't really need to be one or the other anymore. You can be both local and global at the same time. Psy is arguably the largest musician in current pop culture, and he's also equally larger than he's ever been at Korea at the same time. So in all of this, the creators bring the stories, and YouTube keeps the platform strong. And we do a number of things in order to make this happen. The first is languages. So when YouTube launched, as you can imagine, it launched in one language. Today, it's available in 61 languages, including Thai, Chinese, Bahasa Malaysia, Bahasa Indonesia, and 7 Indian languages. What we really want is to make it available to users in all languages so they can have as great of an experience as the languages where we've already launched. And we want everyone to be able to interact with it no matter where they are. So we've launched, oops, not too early. We've gone from one domain to now we've launched 49 localized experiences. And what these local country domains allow is for users to find more easily the content that they and their contemporaries find relevant. And this also allows us to connect the local content creators with local advertisers, which adds a much needed boost to the local ecosystem. Another area where we invest a lot of time and effort is on mobile devices. And you've heard a lot today about all of our efforts in mobile. In a lot of these emerging market countries, what we're going to see is mobile is the first device they will have, in many instances, most instances, the only device they will have to access the internet. So we've worked hard over the last few years to ensure that the experience you get on YouTube on the desktop is the same that you get across any connected device. We have great experiences across iOS, Android, connected televisions, gaming devices. And since we're doing this, we've seen just an absolutely massive increase in the number of people who access YouTube through mobile devices. In fact, here in Singapore, over 50% of the views we get come from a mobile device. We're also doing things to address what I'll call inconsistent bandwidth throughout the region. So we've developed something we call adaptive bitrate streaming. And what that does is it allows us to better understand the capabilities of the user's internet connection. And then we're able to adjust the stream that we provide in order to provide them the smoothest possible playback. And we've seen this have tremendous benefit to users in a lot of these markets. All right, so everything you've seen so far has just been the beginning. We're able to work with local communities to help connect them globally and help them thrive. We've been able to bring the world's best teachers and really build out an EDU product that connects the best minds to people locally in these markets. We've been seeing young kids become overnight sensations in their local communities, and some go on to achieve global stardom. And yet this is just a start. YouTube is only 7 years old, and many of our creators are just beginning to scratch the surface of what is possible. So we hope YouTube will continue to be the global living room, and we hope that we can continue to bring diversity to our global culture. And how people use YouTube is a harbinger of what is possible when you connect the next billion people online with the global network. If Psy can reach almost 1 billion views in a few months, This can happen just as easily for many of these users or creators in Southeast Asia, India, and our other markets. And then think about what is possible when these creators are connecting not just about global culture, but possibly about business ideas or other things that benefit society. So we're very excited about what is to come on YouTube and what is to come in the coming years from the entire web. Thank you.